Hello, good day viewers. Still on NECO 2024 Mathematics Examination Objective Questions. Today we are going to begin with question number 21 down to 25. And question number 21 reads, find U in terms of F and V in the relation 1 divided by V equal to 1 divided by F minus 1 divided by U. This is simply saying we should make U the subject. Alright, let's get started. I would like to take this term to the left hand side, which is going to transform it to positive. Then we take this to the right hand side, and therefore it is going to be negative, right? So we have 1 divided by U to be equal to 1 divided by F minus 1 divided by V. Let us simplify this. We take F, we multiply by 1, that will give us F minus V multiplied by 1, that is F minus V. F minus V divided by their product, FV. This is the same thing as 1 divided by U, right? Then since we are looking for U, not 1 divided by U, we can take reciprocals of both sides. Taking reciprocal of 1 divided by U, just like flipping it upside down, right? It will become U. Do the same thing to the other side, it becomes FV divided by F minus V. And hence we have expressed U in terms of F and V. Let us move on to question number 22. Question number 22, we asked to find the quadratic equation whose roots are -1 and 5. Alright, it is as simple as taking x squared, then you subtract, you add these two together. Once you add -1 and 5, you're going to get 4. Then you attach x, then you multiply them together, that is this times this, that will give us -5. Then you set everything to be equal to 0, and hence this is the quadratic equation with these two roots. But let me just give you the formula. It is x squared minus sum of roots multiplied by x plus product, meaning you should multiply them together. Then you set everything to be equal to 0. And you're good to go. Then question number 23. The product of two numbers is 40 and their sum is 13. We asked to find the numbers. You should know that you are dealing with objective questions, so no one will see your solution. And hence, if you have any shortcut of solving a problem, you can go ahead and do that. Since we are talking about product, two numbers you can multiply together to get 40. And once you add them together, you get 13. You definitely know that the two numbers must be what? 8 and 5. 8 and 5. And hence, this is said to be the solution to this problem. But suppose it is a theory question where you have to show working. Let me show you how to do that. You can just pick two values like x and y. So if you multiply x and y together, you get 40. And once you add them together, you get 13. This is what the question is saying. Two numbers which we have declared to be x and y, their product is 40, their sum is 13. This implies that x is equal to 13 minus y by making x the subject. And you can simply plug in this equation into this one. Wherever you have x, you replace it with 13 minus y. So for this x, we have 13 minus y, then multiply by the y, which is equal to 40, right? So we expand. Y times 13 is 13y minus y times y, which is y squared, equal to 40. Then we take every single term to the right hand side. Once negative y squared crosses over, it becomes y squared. Once 13y crosses over, it becomes negative 13y. We already have 40 there, and everything equal to 0. Now you just think of two numbers you can multiply together to get 40. But once you add them together, you get -13. And the numbers are -8 and -5. So we have y minus 8 and y minus 5. This is equal to 0. By setting each factor to be equal to 0, we have y minus 8 equal to 0 or y minus 5 equals 0, which implies that y is equal to 8 or y equal to 5. So y is either equal to 8 or y equal to 5. But remember, we have a value of x, which we have declared to be 13 minus y. So you have x to be equal to 13 minus the first y, which is 8, which is going to give us what? 5, right? So this is when y is equal to 8, and when y is equal to 5, because we have two values, x will be equal to 13 minus 5, which is equal to 8. So in both cases, when the first value is 8, the second value will be 5. And when the first value is 5, the other one will be 8. You know, this is commutative, they are interchangeable. So the only values we have are 8 and 5. These are the two values you can multiply together to get 40, and once you add them together, you get 13. Let us move on to question number 24. Question number 24. If x plus 6 is a factor of x squared plus 4x minus 12, we are asked to find the other factor. Remember, I told you that this is objective questions. No one needs to see your solutions. And hence, if you have any other alternative that will make your work easier and faster, you can always apply that idea. So for me, I would like to factorize this directly because I know I am going to obtain this factor and the other one. So two numbers you can multiply to get negative 12, but the moment you add them together, you get 4. The numbers are 6 and negative 2. Therefore, x squared plus 4x minus 12 is equal to x plus 6 multiplied by x minus 2. Because the moment you take negative 2, you multiply by 6, that will give you negative 12. And once you add them together, you're going to get 4. And hence, since this is given to us, the other factor we are looking for is x minus 2. Therefore, the other factor is x minus 2. But in case of theory questions, what they want you to do here is to carry out long division, which we can do like this. You plug in x squared plus 4x minus 12 here, and our factor x plus 6 here. Then you start dividing. You take the first term, you divide by the first term here. So x can go into x squared exactly x times. Then you take x, you multiply by x. That will give us x squared. You take x, you multiply by 6. That's going to give you 6x. Then you subtract. X squared minus x squared is 0. Then 4x minus 6x is negative 2x. Negative 2x. Then you drop down negative 12. Then you repeat the same process. Take x and plug it into negative 2x. That will give you negative 2. Then negative 2 times x, that is negative 2x. Then negative 2 multiplied by 6, that is negative 12. You subtract again. Once you subtract, you're going to get 0 exactly. So you can see the other factor here, x minus 2, which we obtained initially. Now let us move on to question number 25. Question number 25, we are asked to calculate the midpoint of the line joining the point 8, negative 3 and negative 2, 3. x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. This will be the point, the midpoint connecting these 2 points. So if we should consider this one as x1, this will be x2. So let's add them together. We have 8 plus minus 2, which is just 8 minus 2, divided by 2, Then this will be y1, this is y2. We have negative 3 plus 3 divided by 2. 8 minus 2 is 6, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. Minus 3 plus 3 is 0, and 0 divided by 2 is still 0. So this is the point we are looking for.